Only about 3 seats left. First 10 minutes stand.
I left Germany in February 1939. I was 14. Where I lived with my parents during those years, my maternal grandmother had already lived since before the First World War. Hitler moved into this neighborhood in 1929, when his party was on the up and up. Previously, he had lived in less salubrious surroundings in the center of Munich. In the interminable election campaigns of 1932, the Social Democrats had a poster which said, "Hitler claims to be a friend of the workers, but he lives in a 9-room flat in Munich." I first remember Hitler's living close by being mentioned when my mother said, "We've not got much milk today." The milkman said he had to leave extra bottles at Hitler's flats. What made the situation dangerous was my Uncle Leon, the elder brother of my father. Leon was a celebrity, an international celebrity, through his book Juices, a worldwide bestseller. In the late 1920s, he started work on another novel, Erfolg, or Success. And just as we passed Hitler's block, he came out of the door to get into his car. He looked at me quite benevolently. There were a few casual pedestrians about who shouted Heil Hitler and gave the salute. Hitler didn't give the salute. He just lifted his trilby hat slightly and got into the car. Later, his comings and goings were much more impressive. There's a pencil, as you can see. You wouldn't believe it, would you? That I'm still here.
Would you believe it?
But there's another picture, I don't know whether it's coming. Yes, there it is. The sun rising with a swastika on it. Can you see it in the bottom corner? I drew all that, you see, and swastikas around all the edge. I did all that when I was 8 years old. Just this room you can see there. In 1933, Röhm was regarded as the second man in the Reich, the only one among the leaders allowed to address the Führer as Du. The SA was a part-time army of some 3 million men, whom their leader regarded as the revolutionary army of the new Reich. Only 7 months later, Hitler had Röhm killed in the night of the Long Knives, the 30th of June 1934. It was a day I also remember. It was a midsummer Saturday when the sun rose early. I was woken by noise in the street. I was just tall enough to look over the windowsill. The noise came from Hitler's house, where men were rushing in and out, slamming car doors, their jackboots clattering on the pavement. It was probably the moment when the motor car was being assembled to take Hitler out to the Tegernsee, where he had asked Röhm to gather with his top SA leaders in a hotel called Hanstelbauer. Allegedly, he found them all in bed with rent boys. He had them arrested, taken back to Munich, and shot. And I don't know whether Trump is exactly like Hitler, probably not, but I expect he is, people go for that sort of person because they are disillusioned by or feel that the present system hasn't played fair by them. That sort of feeling is around, isn't it? And that makes a man like that come to the fore.
Now it's to Vladimir.
Vladimir?
Vladimir, the evil empire survivor. So that's where I originally came from. And you mentioned they brought up the evil empire.